Hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Loki High Key. Here, our co host Michelle. Hello.
Hi,
And Daphne here speaking. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm actually very excited because I work. The company that I work for is going to be in Fashion Week Mexico. It's very exciting, to be honest. Like, I remember, like, when I was a kid, when you asked me, like, nothing really excited me, but I just wanted to do fashion.
Uh-huh.
Like to be a singer or something like this. So to be able to do things that like hugs my inner child is kind of cute. So yeah, it really hyped me up.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, there will be a catwalk and we will have a gallery. So I think it's gonna be very exciting because also like big brands like Adidas is joining.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So I think it's gonna be a good one, and everyone is very organized and very coordinated this year. So I think it's gonna be very good. So that has kept me very excited throughout the week. How was the beginning of your week?
It's been good. I'm finally back into my snowboarding classes,
Mm-hmm.
and so that has been fun. But I would say it's also a bit difficult to get a hang of it. It's quite a different feeling. But yeah, other than that, I'm really enjoying it. And I had quite a bad fall the other day where I was like, imagine yourself facing up the mountain, and so the slope is like it's an uphill slope, and I was like facing the mountain, and so I fell backwards on my right hip,
Damn.
and yeah, I just fell down. It was an instant hit at my hip area, and yeah, it's just a lot. Was in a lot of pain, but then had to like stand up because didn't want to affect anybody else in class, and continued on. Sometimes I feel like I question whether I'm too old for this, or is it something that just won't work for me. I don't know. Sometimes I just question whether I can do it or not, but practice makes perfect, right?
Yeah. Well, like, is it like? Are you still in pain though?
No, not at the moment.
I think the impact must be very intense.
It was. And then especially when it's just the right hip and then you just like fall back and then you just hit and then you feel your bones shake and then but then you have to get up immediately, right? Cuz like
Mm-hmm.
class is still happening. And then the instructor will ask, "Are you okay?" And then you say you're okay because
Damn. That was the
yeah,
week.
that was the week. Anything else happened this week that's exciting?
Yeah, yesterday I was like, I was like, I don't know if you ever had this feeling of like just big FOMO and you start like getting excited because it's Friday night.
Uh-huh.
I really wanted, like, I just wanted to like go out and like party, but I was like, Daphne, you think you want, but you don't want. So then, yeah, I just like went to sleep. Literally, I just like, I think by 10:50 I was already in bed sleeping because I knew I was a danger to myself.
Wow, dude, that's some self-constraint.
Keeping me awake. I'm like, Daphne, go sleep. Yeah, and but then at 6 a.m. I was all awake, ready to start the day, and I was so excited. And I was actually very happy of my decision because I know me. Like I think I want, like you think you want, but the next day you sort of like, oh, you're so tired. You have things to do. Like you kind of have to be responsible of your own actions in a way, I guess. So yeah. So again, I'm very happy to be here, Michelle. My Saturdays are my birthday.
I'm happy to be here too, bro. Oh, this again. This is just way too funny. But
But yeah, man.
no, I'm actually referring to the other exciting news
Oh,
that we're gonna talk about today.
yeah, so I'm going to Mexico in December for 3 weeks, and so
So
yeah.
excited! Well, Daphne, tell us more about it. Like, when were you last back?
Last time I was there was 3 years ago, which now that we have talked about it, we have realized that last time. So you visited Mexico and
Yes.
you were there 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm going back at that same time. Yeah.
I know, it's crazy. When you mentioned the last time you were in Mexico, I was also in Mexico, and then it literally blew my mind because that has been 3 years, and that means that you haven't been home for 3 years. Like, Dude,
Mm,
that's insane. Like that's crazy to me. Like
yeah,
how are you able to stay away from home for such a long period?
I know. To be honest, like the reason why it always, in a way, takes me long time, it's because so first of all, there's 14 hours difference.
Mhm.
So traveling to Mexico is like yes, like let's say so today, let's say it's Saturday, and I travel today to Mexico. I will arrive on Saturday night.
Okay.
But then when I come back, if I leave town by Friday night, I will be arriving to Hong Kong on Sunday morning. So you're almost like traveling time and space. So to me, always this is a struggle because just going to Mexico with such a big hour difference, having to deal with jet lag for just like 1 week or 2 weeks, to me just doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
Also because there's no, as of today, there's no direct flight to go from Hong Kong to
Oh,
Mexico.
what? Then where do you need to go?
So there are different options.
Uh-huh.
One is either I think it's Beijing or Shanghai
Uh-huh.
to Mexico, and then there's Korea too. And the one that I usually take because it's the shortest one is US.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, so usually like the shortest version
Mhm.
from here to US is about 12 to 16 hours flight.
Mhm.
The minimum waiting time in the US is between 4 to 5 hours, the minimum. And then from Mexico, not sorry, from US, depending where you are, but usually it's San Francisco to Mexico is about 5 hours. So it's literally a day traveling.
Yeah, it takes a day.
It's quite heavy. It's a lot. It's a big flight.
It is. It's a long
Yeah.
journey.
So it requires a lot of like logistics and to be able to do this. That's why I don't go as often as I wish I could.
Mhm.
Also because of work, like I cannot just disappear for too long.
Yeah, of
So I
course.
cannot disappear. Yeah.
Mhm.
But this time we managed to arrange a way that I could be home for because of like the reasons that I'm telling you. So I'll be working in Mexico, but at least I'm able to arrange a time that works for both Hong Kong and Mexico. So that's great. So that's happening.
Yay! And have you like, arranged plans? How are you gonna spend your time back in Mexico this
I
time?
have a to-do list, Michelle.
Yeah. Can you tell us about your to-do list?
Okay, so there's events happening.
Uh-huh.
So my birthday will be one of them.
Woohoo!
And then there will be Christmas. I'll spend Christmas with my family.
Oh my god, dude, that's amazing. And it's been a while as well.
I know it's been a while.
Oh my god, that just warms my heart. I'm so excited for you.
The big one, like the most important event. My mom is getting married.
Oh my god. Congratulations to her.
Thank you, man. And that's happening in December. Oh, so I'm really excited because obviously my mom is beyond happy that I'll be there and she wants me to be part of her arrangements and she wants me to be a witness in her wedding. And so she's like, what are you gonna wear? I'm like, Mom, what are you gonna
Oh,
wear? I'm like, I know. I'm like, I know, Mom. Yeah, so I'm very excited.
dude, this is so cute.
Yeah, and so like she's so excited and she just seems so happy. The one thing you want in life is to see your parents happy and healthy. So yeah, my mom now is like because she's obviously right now she's so excited. She want to look her best
Uh-huh.
and like she's working out. She's going to
Wow.
she's going to Zumba.
Damn.
She was like, "Yeah, I work out 2 hours a day." I'm like, "Okay, mom."
Damn, Slay.
So I'm really excited. And one more thing that's happening that's it calls like value, sentimental value, is that I think I told you in the previous episode that my mom and me have been talking about getting a tattoo together.
Oh, yes, yes. Is it happening?
So it's happening.
It's
Yeah.
it's happening. This time is the time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
I'll do things right. I'll research my artist. I'll design the drawing, not the drawing,
The tattoo.
the design, the art.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so exciting. So much big things happening in December for you.
I know, man. Like,
It's such a great way to like sort of close the year, being back home with family.
yeah.
Dude, that's just amazing. Like just so, so, so happy.
I know, man. And I feel like when we grow older, obviously we see things
Differently.
with different eyes, with a different perspective.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I feel like this year that I'm turning 30 is
Mhm.
the year that I'm closest to my parents in a legit, genuine way. Uh, and it, yeah, it really does just warms my heart to be able to see them and spend quality and physical time together, I guess. And yeah, like I've been feeling a bit homesick, but not in a negative way, in a positive way, in like in an excited way, in like I need to plan well because, well, so my mom and my dad are divorced, so sometimes when I go to Mexico, the only thing that I always have to, I feel like I have to be very well planned because I want to spend as much time as I can with my dad, but the same with my mom.
Mhm.
And things like my birthday or Christmas or New Year's when I was living in Mexico, the arrangement was like different, right? So either in Mexico, spend like maybe Christmas with my mom, New Year's with my dad, but this time it's just December. It's just one day. My birthday is just one day, you know. So I try my best to make sure that I make the most out of it because obviously I want to spend so much time with them. So that's why I need to. I feel like they need to be so organized and planned so that they know the schedule so that with that we can all work to just spend as much time as we can together.
My God, it just warms my heart. And I think as we grow older, I think we understand where our parents are coming from a little more.
Hmm.
And you really grow to appreciate like what they have done for us and just cherish the moments that we have for them because they're only growing older. We are growing older and time is limited. So every moment it could be, a last moment. Like who knows? Who knows if anybody has it tomorrow?
100%. And now that you mentioned this, it made me realize one big learning that I had this year.
Mhm.
I don't think I've, I don't know if I have shared this with you, but so two things happened. One with my mom, one with my dad, because I think like
Oh,
everyone could relate, and you can also tell me what's your point of view. But the love that you have for your dad and the love that you have for your mom is very strong, but also very different.
yeah, I think so.
And so this year, not this year, maybe like about 2 years ago, just from things in life happening, my dad and me got closer, and
Mhm.
so we started like, traveling together alone, just him and me, and we've learned so much from each other. I feel like he growing up, coming from literally no network, no nothing, he managed to pull his way up, and he just did the best he could. Sometimes talking about my parents make me a bit sentimental
Same.
because wow, it's just like our parents are like superheroes.
Yeah. Truly, like honestly, I don't know how they did it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
But they're like they were genuinely just doing their best.
I know. With my dad, he was just because in his head, when he knew that he was gonna become a dad, all he wanted in his head, all he knew was like I have to provide for my family, and to him, providing meant that they were economically stable.
Yeah.
So obviously he was so busy. Like he was just all these good years in his prime years, all he was doing was just working and making sure that he could pay school so that I never had to deal with anything of like, oh, you cannot do an exam because your parents haven't paid or something. I never had to deal with any situation like that. I always had what I needed it, and it was never like an issue, you know. And so, but my dad, like working, just working can be difficult, and my dad never complained about work ever, 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 And so these days that now we finally, now that he is now retired,
Mhm.
um, like just he sharing his stories, and to me, he's just all full of wisdom. Obviously, I listen to him really closely. So yeah, like, but then one day he called me and he was like, "Why don't you call me more often?" Like, kind of like complaining.
Uh-huh.
And then in my head, just like me as a in my point of view, just thinking about my perspective, I was just like, why is he complaining to me when the like I most of the time, like 70% of the time I call him and 30% of the time he calls me. And then I said to myself, and that was the big learning that I wanted to share, I'm like, my dad has never ever asked anything from me, but just one thing, which is to call him. That's it. I don't have to win this battle, like all he's asking me is to be proactive on calling him and making sure that we're there, you know? And so it's very like, oof, you know? And, like something happened in the past that emergency happened. And so it was like, because of the 14 hours difference, I think it was around 3 or 4 a.m. to them when I called them. And so from there, everyone realized that sometimes we just have to reply the call because sometimes it could be urgent and we don't know, right? And so from there, my dad has never ever put his phone on mute at night ever again. And so if I send him a message like at his 2 or 3 a.m., I will wake him up. So now I'm aware that I don't send him messages because I know for a fact that if I send him, it will wake him up because he's like always alert. How do you say, like, not alert, but always like always,
He on call, sort of like if anything happens, like he's there.
yeah,
And that's such like a dad thing to do,
yeah,
right? Like, parents are something that I think it was like a love and hate relationship, right? Like,
I agree.
at a point where you're growing up and teenager, you're like, oh my God, why are they controlling me? Like, oh my God, you really hate them for like, you know, making you do stuff. But then now, when you're at a point in life and sort of, experience society, like started working and all that, you can slowly see from their perspective. And I think that's a really important thing that you start to understand where they're coming from and why they're like that because they didn't grow up in a generation or society where we were brought up.
Actually,
They provided us with stability, which they didn't have a chance. And for that, I'm like internally grateful for them for providing me with such a stable environment to like study. And all I had to do was study essentially,
yeah,
right? They worried about everything else. Like all I had to do was do my part. But when they were at my, they had to worry about so much other things,
life was just different.
right?
It makes me really emotional and sentimental to think about this. I think we're very lucky. Like when I think about you and me and the experience that we had, sure, there was pressure in terms of like studies, sure, but like that's it, you know?
Yeah. But then I would also say though, like the experience that each generation shares is different, but it doesn't mean that we didn't experience any hardships in life.
Yeah, let's clarify that.
Like
We all go with our own struggles in life.
everybody experienced different type of hardships. And it
Mhm.
doesn't mean like, oh, someone else's hardship is harder
Yeah,
than other people.
not hard or lower. It's just emotions, hardship.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. Because everyone's tolerance is different as well. And to see our parents grow old, and I feel like sometimes it's like a reverse role change. I don't know if this is happening to you. Because for me now, when I see my parents, because I sleep relatively early, like I try to sleep before midnight. And when I moved back to Taiwan from London,
hmm,
I moved back into the family house. And so I was living with my parents and hello, these two teenagers was sleeping at like 1 or 2 a.m. Like that's not okay.
what?
Like they sleep so late even till today now. So for me, I'm just like, hello?
Sleeping time.
Yeah,
Cut.
I'm like, hey guys, I think you need to go to sleep. Like I would open their dorm. And I'd be like, oh my God, how are you guys still awake? Like, go to bed. Like, I'm only coming downstairs because I need water. And then I saw your lights on. And then they're like, oh, you, uh, you, you don't need to control me. Like, I'll sleep when I want to sleep. And then I was like, excuse me? So sassy. And then I was like, oh, wow, how the tables have turned.
I know.
Now
I love
I'm
it.
the one. Yeah. Now I'm the one telling them to sleep earlier. Like, you can watch that Netflix tomorrow morning. Like, it's not going anywhere, you
Mm,
know?
yeah,
It's a different dynamic, right? Like, it's interesting to see the shift in the roles. We care about their health more because they're aging. They really need to have that proper sleep. But, they're a bit feisty.
I know.
They're like teenagers now. They're like,
I know.
no, I'll sleep when I want to sleep. And I'm like, mate, it's like 1 a.m. Like, what? What's happening?
No, you have nothing better happens after one lady. Time to go sleep.
Exactly. And then I think at first they were like a bit shook at like what's happening. because I would come downstairs almost like at 12 because I go sleep at like 11 or 12. And then I'll go down. I'm like, hey guys,
Same.
like time to sleep. Like, no, you should go shower. And then they'll be like, oh my God, 不要管我. Like, no, I don't want to. Like, don't control me. And then I'm just like, mom and dad, like,
I know.
what's so important you have to do now that you cannot do tomorrow, right? Oh, it's crazy to me. And then they wake up at like 10,
Oh,
whereas like I'll wake up at like 7 or 8.
me too. This is crazy, right? Same story with my mom,
Uh
actually.
huh. Uh huh.
So I guess, like, again, as you mentioned, like everyone deals with their own struggles and different story. But like, so the thing with my mom was that she was raised not by her mom, but like by aunties. So she always lacked this like mom figure in her life.
Oh.
So when she became a mom, I think, like, to be honest, of course, right? Like nobody borns knowing how to be one, and like they learn on the way through trial and error, like we've talked in the past.
Yes.
So sometimes I do see how sometimes my mom could be both things, like in positive and negative. Like the fact that the mom figure wasn't there, I could see it in a way that sometimes she's very like loving and very giving. But also sometimes I see things where she was too busy just being a mom that sometimes she missed out on others, And now that I'm at this age where I can also provide for her in ways of like not only about time, but like if I could just spoil her with like a massage, like I want to do a spa with you, mom. So I'll take her to spa, or like the tattoo, right? And my mom, let's do it, like, and obviously it's a me, and like just being able to like, because I know like maybe if I do it to my dad, he will love it, but to my mom, it just hits different because yeah, like she never really had it. So the fact that someone comes and give it to her like this from like, because she never had a figure mom to do it for her, you know.
Mm.
So I know how much it means to her. So I try to do that more for her. So yeah, but she also sleeps super late. We sleep super late.
Hmm.
My mom is sleep late, no.
Yeah, it's the same issue. But then wait, hold on. About what you mentioned earlier, I think that's so great that you're creating that bond with her that maybe she missed out on. And I think
Yeah,
that's just so precious, and it's so amazing that you recognize that and identify that. So you're such a great daughter. I just want to say, Daphne, you're doing so well. Like that's
thank you.
so amazing. Like if I
I
had a child, I want someone like
I
I want
want
her to think like you.
we, you give me to me a camp of 2 months, you'll get it every 2 years. Like I'm going with
Train.
my parents to Paris. You take care of my
Uh,
daughter. See you in 6 months, like this.
like take her.
Go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think not everybody thinks this way. You know,
Mm.
like not I think not everyone appreciates their parents or like grow to appreciate their parents.
It's I think like it's also very different when like you live with them and you see them every day. Almost like have to take it for granted,
Yes.
obviously, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's obvious, right? Because they are there.
Hmm.
It's only when I feel like you appreciate when you don't have it.
Yes. Dude, oh my god, hands down. I think that's so important. I think having some distance with your parents is very important in a way where you really learn to appreciate and be more thankful and grateful for them. Because I think I only started to put myself in their perspective when I started working. I think you start realizing, oh my God, earning money is so hard.
Holy moly! What the F?
Right? Exactly. It's like I don't like I remember going in work like my first, official job after graduation. I was like after a week or like a month, I was like, okay, I think it's about time for me to retire. How on earth does one do it for like 40 years or like 50 years? Hard for me to grasp. You start realizing this is what our parents experience like this is what our parents had to do and it just makes you feel for them a little more. Also very important to understand is that it's their first time being parents, it's our first time being children. Nobody's perfect. It's just a matter of communication.
Yeah,
And not saying like my parents are, you know,
perfect.
perfect or anything. Yeah, they're definitely not perfect.
Same
But
here. I think no parent is perfect.
no parents
Like
perfect.
they do big mistakes too, like we do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's just how we perceive their mistakes and how we embrace them.
Parents.
It's just a matter of growth and whether they're willing to grow.
I also wanted to share one story of my mom, which I don't know. I feel like sometimes moms have a way of like, sometimes they say things that in a positive way that it just gets you and you're like, bro, like, how do you just know? Like, so one day, I told you, right? Like, my mom is very, like, she's very detail oriented when it comes to how to make you feel good at the right time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
She just had the right words, the right moment, the right gift. And it doesn't have to be like a big gift. Like, she's so creative, you know?
Wow, dude, that's amazing.
Like, I'll tell you about it.
Okay, tell me, tell me.
I'll tell you two stories. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, one time I was like in Hong Kong, I was really overwhelmed from like just things in life, just overwhelmed and a little bit sad. And I just didn't kind of want to talk about it. But so, yeah, that happened, right? And so my mom called me, but I was at work, and obviously I cannot just extend and talk, right? So then she was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "To be honest, mom, I'm not really okay, but maybe we talk another time." And she's like, "I hear you. I don't think you sound well, but just know that I hugged you from afar."
Oh my god.
And I was like, "I wasn't fine. Now I'm not okay."
Yeah, dude, that's so sweet. Like motherly instinct, next level. Like they always have that instinct where they know. They just know.
You just know.
They genuinely just know. They really just know. Dude, that's so
And
sweet.
I was like, you know what? I have like battery from here all the week in. I was like, that's all I needed to hear. Like, life happens. I'm gonna be okay. Maybe right now I'm not okay. I'm feeling big emotions, but everything will be fine. Cause my mom just sent me a digital hug. I'm gonna be fine.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Sometimes it's just that, just that one sentence and then it just keeps you going.
Yeah, and
It just motivates you.
yeah, and wow, moms.
Moms, they know. They know.
Yeah,
They really
and like
know.
another time, because my mom, she's never has been like, for her, like one of, I think like one of her love languages is like gifts, but it again is nothing like huge. Like, they're just more like emotional gifts, something like so. Last time I went back to Mexico, which was 3 years ago, when I came back home to her home, all my room was full of stickers of notes of her.
Dude, that's so sweet. Oh my
I know, and like
god.
it was
She's
like
so
notes like,
cute.
"I'm so proud of you," and like, uh, I love you, I'm hugging you," like just very cute, like
Oh,
very. Yeah, and I was just like, and then like I think like she posted photos of me on her.
oh. She's
Dude,
really sentimental. Like she's so like how do you say it? Like so sweet, so touching, like really emotional. In a good way though.
what about your?
My mom, my mom is different. My mom is not that type, by the way. Like she is not that type. But then she's the type where she makes me delusional in the sense where I can do anything. So
Wow.
but it's really funny. So I remember like she's very supportive in a way where every decision I make, she supports it like, all the way. So I always feel that if I fail, someone's going to catch me. And I think I'm so grateful for them believing in me, in my choices, and I think that's why I am the like who I am today. But so things my mom would say is be like, "Yeah, Michelle, like if you wanted to be the president, you could." But like, oh my god, that makes me delulu, right? Like how can I be the president? Like what the fuck, mom? But thank you for thinking that I'm able to. So she's more that type. She's like, Michelle, if you wanted to be the president, you could. But FYI, I cannot. But
She's
I cannot.
so wrong.
but
Your
but
mom
yeah,
is
like
Lulu.
exactly, like this type of delulu. So yeah, she literally like for me it's more like, oh, the sky is the limit. Like
Really.
truly, like if I put my mind to something, it will happen. And I think that's the support that my mom gives me. It's like if you put your mind to it, you can do it. And but if you fail, that's okay. Like that's okay. Like, and I think that is the safety net that I got from them, that even though, like, for example, for my parents, grades genuinely didn't matter. Like if I failed in anything, like it's fine. Like if you worked hard for it, then and you didn't get what you if you got what you want, great. But if you didn't, that's also fine. And so I think that's so important to me personally, because or else I think if I failed in something, I might be, went down in that black hole and then become really depressed. But then my parents would, like, my mom would focus on the fact that if you gave it your 100% and it didn't work out, then that's okay because you gave your 100%.
Bro, I just want to clap your parents in the way that when right now we're speaking about your mom, right? Like the way
Yeah.
she raised you. I feel like the way to go when it comes to raising a very independent girl is to make sure that she understands that she is the own like she's the owner of her life,
Mm,
and like
self
she,
value as well.
yeah, and like no matter what you do is never a failure, and that talks volumes, Michelle. Like I think like now that you mention, it's crazy how you telling me this,
Uh-huh.
like obviously now many things make sense about like who you are and how you are. And honestly, Michelle, I've told you this many times, like I think you're such a great girl, like not just by, like your values, but like who you are. Like I think like you're like such, like I think everyone should have a Michelle as a friend.
Oh,
I mean it. But then like it's crazy when you're telling me this because your mom influencing you like that, you as my friend influenced me like that.
no.
Like it's crazy now that you mentioned these things because I remember like in university I would be like, oh, I don't know. I was like, Daphne, you can do this. I'm like, can I? And you'll be like, Daphne, you can.
Dude, oh my god.
I'm like, really? So now that you mention things,
Dude.
I'm like,
Uh-huh.
wow, I just realized that many things because you were like, Daphne, anything that you set your mind to, you can do it. And I was like,
Oh
can
my
I?
god.
Yeah. Like you never even doubted. Like, yeah, duh. Like obviously, I'm like, oh, okay.
Dude, oh my god, hold on. I thought that was me. But now you made me realize that was actually my mom giving that to me, that mindset. So, dude, this is the next level, like, like debrief.
Generational. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know that I got that from her, but now appreciate even more because it was because of her, unconditional support in that sense. And then always those like the Lulu like support, like you can do anything. Like, but yeah, that's how I also perceive life and share it with my friends.
Man, and now that you're sharing this,
Yeah.
now I want to like I say something that I was like, this is like like wow, I'm actually now I have so much more respect. I mean, I already had respect over your parents, right? But like more because now that I think about it, they just don't just say it that you are and like you wait, you can do whatever you want, but when things go south, I'll be there next to you, like I'll support you, right? And I remember like it's not just saying it, but I remember like one time, I don't remember where, when, how,
Uh-huh.
but you were taking a trip and you overslept, so you missed your trip.
Oh yeah, I missed the flight.
And so you're very stressed because if everyone who's listening this, Michelle is a very um, problem solution person, and stress might happen, but I think she will first solve and then she will talk about how stressed the situation was. But she very is a very like action person. Like if something is going on, she finds ways to always resolve. That's Michelle. But anyways, so in this situation, I remember that you mentioned that you were really stressed and you this time were like, oh my god, I don't know what to
Yeah.
do. So you called your mom and your mom started, I don't know if she started booking or she started finding flights, but I remember that you would tell the story, but I remember like she calmed you down. You're like, no problem, it's okay, you know. Do you remember?
Now that you reminded me of that, because I kind of forgot, but that was, dude, also. that was the first time that I missed a flight in my entire life. I'm a person who arrives at the airport 3 hours earlier. I have to be there at least, okay, minimum 2 hours earlier. Like, I am pre-prepared. Like, I'm next level prepared, okay? And so
Me too.
yeah, right? That's something that's just so not me. Like, I touch wood, I would never miss a flight, okay? But then that day, I don't know why, I slept late. I think I was hanging out with Daphne. I don't know. Were we hanging out?
I
Do you
don't remember.
remember?
I just
You don't
remember you
remember?
saying that you slept late because you
Yeah.
were like
Was I packing?
you were packing.
But what was I doing? Like, I wouldn't wait till the last minute to pack either, if you know what I
Uh,
mean. Like, I wouldn't push myself to that extent.
do you remember where were you going?
I was going home. I was going back to Taiwan.
That was in uni, right?
That was
I
in
remember
uni. That was in uni. Yeah, because now that you reminded me of this
you were
incident,
saying I
I
don't
remember
remember.
because I was panicking. I was like, fuck, I missed my flight. Like, it was a feeling, like a gut feeling, like I've never ever felt before. Like, at the same time, scared. I didn't know what to do. Scared that my parents would be like, oh my God, you wasted so much money. Like, this is
Mhm.
not okay. I'm scared of wasting money. I don't want to waste money. And I remember calling my mom, like, oh my God, mom, I overslept. I slept through the flight. Like, the flight's already landed in Taiwan. And then my mom was like, it's okay. It already happened. What you need to do next is let's check what other flights there are. Like, go to the pack your stuff, still go to the airport and ask the check-in counter whether there's a next flight you can go on. I'm like, okay. So yeah, I think my mom is a person who, like, also always wants to fix the problem instead of talking about the, like, what, like,
What's
talking
going on? What's
yeah, like,
happening? Yeah.
what's going on, because it doesn't help the situation. So
Mhm.
I think that also really lives through me on when I experience things
But the crazy
is
thing is like she
uh-huh,
really means it. Like it's genuine. She doesn't just say like I don't know how to say this in English, but there's a saying in
uh-huh,
Spanish like not just three tooth out. Like she genuinely means it. Like you can really do anything you want, and if things go south, I'll be next to you. I'll help you out.
mhm,
We'll figure it out,
mhm,
bro.
mhm,
That's kind of
bro.
like invisible protection that you get.
Mhm, yeah. Oh, dude, that's so strong. I never seen it in that perspective. I've never seen it in that perspective. I always thought it was my, like, positive, optimistic personality that got me doing that. I, because for me, like, how I believe in myself is, if you don't believe in yourself, why
Who
will someone
else?
else believe in you, right? Like, who else? Like, you have to believe in yourself in order for others to believe in you. And first of all, you don't need others to believe in you, because that's a whole nother problem. You just have to believe in yourself and do what you think is right. And
Hmm.
that's all, because this is your life. And I genuinely didn't know that this was my
It was
mom.
the way you were raised, man.
Yeah, dude, holy shish kebab.
Do you have any similar stories when it comes to your dad that gives you like a big that you feel like it has given you like a big impact too?
Yeah, I mean, okay. So I think my dad is a very immature boy dad. I'm really grateful to my dad in the terms where I respect him so much, in the sense that he has so much emotional intelligence. He's able to handle difficult situations very internally, which for me, I feel like is a good thing, but then at the same time, it's a bad thing, because he'll internalize his emotions and not express them. And so, what in my mind, I feel like they just pile up, and eventually one day it's going to explode. But then I think back in his day, um, they're like, men or dads aren't supposed to complain. Like, they're not the ones that, should be like, oh my God, work is so hard, or like, rebuttal with people. Like, they just suck it in, right? They just internalize everything. Like, if they felt sad in that moment, they're not like us. We will be like, oh my God, I feel so sad. No, they don't know how to express their emotions.
Almost like they don't know how to do it because they were told to be tough. That's it. No time for emotion.
Exactly, exactly. And so now that I sort of, understand where he's coming from, I try to letting him have the space to feel comfortable to share his emotions. But at the same time, he doesn't know. So I would try to like ask him, was like, oh, he would be like, oh, I don't like to eat that. And I'm like, why do you not like to eat that? What's the underlining situation? Like to make him talk more about things. And I think that's something that my dad impacts me on because you realize that he's grown up in he has such a big hard shell outside, but inside he's just a little boy essentially. Like he hasn't been given the love that I've got
Yeah.
because my grandparents were also working extremely hard, and his upbringing, he was all by himself because my aunts and uncles, they have a big age gap. So my dad is the youngest, so they have like
Okay.
an 8 years age gap. So my
Wow.
dad was the youngest, and he was also born in a time where my grandparents' business was like, rolling. So they spent, let's say, even 100% into their business. So my dad literally, like when he talks about his childhood, he grew up alone. And what I mean by alone is like he would eat alone. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I go to that restaurant alone." Now not have that companion, and that just like hits me because
Yeah.
I got companionship, right? Like my dad taught me how to ride a bike. Like during the weekends we would go fly the kite together. Like my dad taught me how to fly the kite. He didn't have that experience, so he didn't know how to be a dad, right? Essentially, and I don't think he knows how to control his emotions. And so he's really short tempered. And so I think because of that, I've learned how to not agitate people who have short tempers, if
Okay.
that makes sense. So
Yeah.
I think another impact that he has on me is just increasing my, I would say, tolerance on people, like just accepting them more for who they are and seeing like a different side, like who they are today or why they do this is all linked back to their childhood. And I just try to embrace that a little more and not
Oh
be
my.
upset with him.
I have
Yeah.
just some to share from what you just shared. But to be honest, you sharing this, I understand more about your person of who you are.
Mm,
Because I think you're very, like, you talk about your parent being very EQ smart,
mm.
but so are you.
Oh,
Now I know where you come from too. You know what I mean? Yeah.
now that you say that. Yeah, sometimes it just sheds a light. You just really don't know how they impacted you. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. We got like super sentimental.
super.
And I wanted to say some more things.
Okay, yes.
So I will share one thing and then another one. So we end in a very beautiful way.
Okay,
It's so funny. But yeah.
okay.
So you telling me, no, actually three things about my dad. You saying about this part of like the way that the generation that our parents were raised.
Mm,
Same with my dad. And I've never seen my dad neither drunk nor sad, like crying. I think I've only seen my dad crying once, and that one time I saw him was because her sister passed away. And like because it was the first time I saw it, it was really shocking to me and it almost like break my soul. But
mm,
then I was like, that was what I thought at the moment, right? But then thinking later, I was just like, that's okay. Like I think it makes an impact to us because we're not used to that. But following the reaction of being like, oh my god, what did we-" it's almost like following the same story that they have been told where they must be tough. They are supposed to not feel emotion. I'm like, no, quite the opposite. Now I just hope that for my parent, I could be that person that I will always be there for them, and that crying is totally
yeah.
normal, and that being
And
sad, it's part of the process. But I will move on. And sometimes we are sad for things that happen in life, and sometimes we'll be happy, and that's just the journey of life, and that's okay.
exactly, and that's okay. And just being
Yeah,
there for them. I think
yeah,
you mentioned a great point. Like we would like same experience for me. Like when I saw my dad cry for the first time, it was like, oh my god, is he okay? Like is he shambling into pieces in life? But actually, when we realized that's because society made us think like dads should be tough. But no, they're just humans, and it's also their first time being a human. It's also their first time being a dad. So I think it's just a little bit more of understanding each other, and it's all love.
yeah. I agree. And one more thing that to me, it like gave me a lot of freedom that my dad told me was when I think it was like 4 years ago, when I was in Mexico and I tried to find jobs in Mexico, and then we realized that just the market was just not great, like. And so my dad had a conversation with me that it freed me, and he said, "Because I love you, you have to go. You need to go.
Like, go where? What do you mean?
Like you need to go away. Like you need to fly from Mexico. Like you need to find."
You have to leave. You have to go find a better opportunity.
And then I just said, like, wow, love is that. Like when you really love something, you just have to
Let it
let
go.
let it go.
That's so strong.
And that's why, like, being so far away is not that hard because we're still there, definitely far, far away, but the the true intention of it, it's always with me, regardless of the distance.
And dude, now that you mentioned that, I see like the resilience you have. I think it's definitely from your dad. Like, I think he gives you that, resilience of, powering through life and, knowing that you can do it. Like, I think also your family's behind you. You can do it. And you just have to trust yourself. And
Such a,
he's such a, he's gonna be there to catch you, essentially.
I hope our parents could meet, to be honest.
Our parents.
We're such great kids. Our parents should meet.
I think it might be funny. Like,
Yeah,
I
because
think because yeah, because dude, you have such like an emotional, like sensitive side of you, and I think that's completely from your mom's side. And I love how lovey dovey she is, and I think that's definitely resembled in you because you're such a bubbly person. Dude, I'm sure she's a bubbly person, right? Like she's like next level bubbly, and a bit of a you never know what to expect,
yeah,
right? And okay, you're a very bubbly person. I love your personality. All the positivity, all the optimistic aspect of what she, provided is in you.
that's true.
So you're a very like a mixture of both.
Wow, man, very deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the last story I wanted to share, this one is
Uh-huh.
like a funny ending. Like you telling like your dad teach you how to ride the bicycle.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Last time we were in Hong Kong, because we were never like sport kids, okay? Parents were not sport kids, right? So the last time we went riding bicycles,
Uh-huh.
all fell badly, right?
What? Wait. Quick question. You don't know how to ride a bike.
I thought I could.
Oh, okay.
Everyone thought could, but everyone fell. My brother fell, my
Uh-huh.
sister fell, my dad fell, I fell. I have even like a photo of me on the front because I was like, yeah, I got this. Like, I don't want them to
Oh,
worry. And I was first. And
oh my
then there was
god.
okay. And then there was like this girl. I didn't want to, like, we were going to cross, like, we're going to crash
Crash
basically.
into each other.
So I didn't want that to happen. So what I did was like, I pulled
The front,
the
the
front
thingy.
to the side of the road, but the
Uh-huh.
side of the road was like these big um those doors that hold like just by like the vertical lines. So and then I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm okay, like it wasn't like the impact was not too bad, right? But then like I stand up and then I just start seeing blood. I'm like, where's the blood coming from?
Bro, dude,
And
that's
so I was like,
crazy.
and I was touching my face and I was like, and then
Uh-huh.
like drops of blood, okay? I was like, maybe I'm not okay. And so the girl, like, who I end up not crashing,
Yeah.
looked at me with a very scary face.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, are you okay? Should I call a hospital? I'm like, it's not that bad. But she was shaking, okay? So all I had reference was that she was trying to call an ambulance and she was
Uh-huh.
shaking. And like she kept giving me tissues and all the tissues the moment I put them on my face, just so much blood.
Oh my
Then
god.
I see my family, and like
Uh-huh.
there's a scary face again. I don't know nothing, okay? I don't know where the
Yeah.
blood is coming from.
Oh
I
my
just know that a lot
god.
of blood is coming, right? And so
Uh-huh.
my family was like, "Are you okay?" And then, but my dad, being my dad, just like put his finger with his press my front, and then
Uh-huh.
the blood started coming out. Okay,
Oh, the blood stopped.
and the blood stopped because
Oh,
you know
wow.
that's resourceful. Like my dad was like,
Okay.
everyone shut up, everyone move,
Yeah. Like this is
literally
okay.
finger,
Uh-huh.
a
Uh-huh.
little bit of like saliva in the
Uh-huh.
front, cold, and
And
ta-da,
the end. And then voila,
yeah,
done.
done. I have the photo, and then my brother was like, I think we should stop. I'm like, no, I'm okay. And my dad's like, yeah, she's gonna be fine. Let's go. And then we keep on going.
Oh my god. What? And you didn't go to the hospital? Hospital?
No, no, but it was. I mean, now it's gone. But it
Do
was
you
like
not need
the impact was big.
Yeah, dude, did you not need stitches? But then okay, hold on. I think that's an extremely dad thing to do.
The again, parents being like my dad just being like, everyone sit up, everyone stop. She doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Move,
Yeah.
you know. And then I was just like, where did you see this? Like, how do you know? I mean, I think he told me like from boxing because apparently when you put yourself in
Oh. Uh-huh.
the front is very scandalous, very dramatic. Lots of blood,
Uh-huh.
even though it's not a biggie,
Uh-huh.
lots of blood will just come out from there. So
Oh.
it looks very dramatic,
Scary. Uh-huh.
but it's not. All you have to do is to ensure that the blood comes stop coming out.
Okay, so
So I'm like, okay,
knowledgeable.
from his boxing series, he
Yeah.
knows.
Okay.
Parents
Let's
are
trust.
let's just do. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cause okay, first of all, imagine if it was your mom.
Oh, bro, no.
Right? Complete different story. I think if it was a mom being in that scenario, yeah, what is this? We need to go to the hospital ASAP. But that's such a
Mhm.
dad thing. Like, I think they're so, like, again, they're able to resolve situations in such a calm manner. Like, they don't put emotions inside. Like, at times that's good, but then at times that's that's
You
not
need
good.
time.
Like,
You need time to
right?
reflect, guys. Yeah.
Exactly. I think that's something that I think that I'm trying to get my dad to do as well. Reflect.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
okay. We solve. Now we reflect. What
Exactly.
happened? Let's talk.
Exactly. Yeah, let's talk. Like, was that really the best way to resolve the situation, Dad? Yeah. But I think, yeah, I think that's what maturing is, right? Like we reach a certain point in life where we can start talking to our parents as adults and,
Yeah.
just hope that they don't see us as children anymore, but also like someone that you can communicate with on a same level.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
this.
Daphne, dude, that's crazy, bro, dude. And then your dad was like, "Yeah, let's keep going," and you just kept going.
Yeah. Also, the reason why I have a photo because while all this was going on, my sister was like, bleep, and then she took a
Oh
photo.
my
And
god,
I was like, and my dad was also like, have the photo.
like, are you
But
okay? Like,
I posted on Instagram. Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
dude, do you not
It's
see your
literally me with an
sister?
open line, and my dad just being like side eye, you know.
Dude, that's so funny. No, 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 it's so dangerous. But then,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But it
but
was so fun at the
dude,
end. Yeah, so funny.
dude,
Yeah.
that's so funny. That's insane. That's a wild story you got there.
Also, that was like a year, less than a year ago, guys. So
What? That was just a year ago, bro,
10 months
dude.
ago.
I cannot, bro, dude. What, bro? Oh my gosh. But then, okay. On that note, have you started learning how to ride a bike?
Now I'm very scared from that experience because
Oh,
I thought I knew.
uh huh.
And actually, now that I live in this island, I've thought about
Yeah,
maybe getting myself a bike. But because the roads are like uphill and downhill, I'm just like, I will fall again.
yeah. Okay,
I
Daphne.
don't want
Maybe
to
not.
try it.
Maybe
Yeah.
not. I
It's okay
Yeah.
if I don't learn in this lifetime how to ride a bike. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's maybe not, Daphne. Let's not risk
Yeah,
it. I
there's
feel
no.
like we put trust in our legs.
Yes, there you go. Very good.
Oh, I think with all that we talked about today, I think my main takeaway is that I'm actually even more grateful for my parents now. I think just talking about the stories we were talking about just now, it made me realize how much of an impact they had on my life without me sort of recognizing it. And then I think you made me put things in a perspective where I've never seen before. I think that was a good, shout out and a really great call for me. Like, okay. I actually couldn't take credit for that. It's actually, mom, we're actually dad. So yeah,
They don't need
I
to
mean,
know.
what?
They don't need to know. You'd be like, yeah, it's my credit. It's on
Oh
me.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, your microphone didn't catch that just now, but yeah, I generally thought it was just me being me, but no, it's actually them, and yeah, it's crazy to see how they affected me at points of life. But yeah, they also, I think it's a forever learning curve, right?
Yeah,
Like learning building a sort of new relationship with the parents is something that I'm still working on. I there's still, there's still there's still that um it's not perfect. Well, it's never perfect. I think life is never perfect, but it's something that is growing and just getting more closer to them in a sense, like getting to know them a little bit more on a deeper level than just they're my parents. I
yeah,
want to know who were they before they were my parents? Like who are they? Like now that, we're all grown up, me and my brother, we're like, um we're not children anymore, like we're working, like who are they without us? Like now I want them to find themselves in a sense. Like I
yeah,
want them to be happy and just, be able to do things on their
yeah.
own sort of and just be
I think I
there
also
for
share
them.
the same vision to you in a
Mhm.
way of I just hope that today the thing that matters the most to their kids is that they are happy. That's it.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think also my takeaway is that I understand that we all have different parents and we all come from different backgrounds and stories and even traumas, I guess, and
Yeah.
everything. But whatever your situation is, just a reminder that the same way that it's our first time experiencing life is the same for them,
Mhm.
first time being parents. So sometimes when of course, sometimes we don't always love our parents. Sometimes we even dislike them for different reasons at certain points of
Mhm.
life. Just as a reminder that just think about the fact that the way that they are dealing with some situations is based on their inner resources and what they are doing best on the best of their capabilities. And so just trying to be tolerant and even respectful of their own time and trying to help them in their own journey, because the same way in which we are learning from them, at some point obviously it goes vice versa, they are also learning from us. Yeah.
Dude, so well said. Literally sums up to the T what we talked about today. Thank you, everybody, for listening in and hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Thank you so much. I hope we can take this and take action in the relationship with our parents. And if not, that's okay. Relationship is not just with parents, it's also with uncles and family and friends, even. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate your time if you managed to make it all the way here. Thank you very much and stay tuned.
Slay!
Slay!
Bye!
Stop it.